Hey everyone, it is a beautiful fall day here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they are ready for some Panthers football. They've even been tailgating at local churches near Bank of America Stadium. We are set for football. Today's game, it's the Carolina Panthers against the Tennessee Titans. The Panthers come in at 4-3. The Titans on a 2-game winning streak. They're at 4-4. Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Taylor, and this is the pregame report for ADSN. Now, the last time these two teams met was 2015 in Nashville. The Panthers came away with a win. But here's an interesting stat for you. The Panthers have never beaten the Titans here at Bank of America Stadium. They'll look to switch that today, and they'll look to gain some momentum after last week's collapse against the San Francisco 49ers. But they have regrouped, and they're back in the comforts of their home stadium. And, of course, everyone excited to see the Panthers get back at it. Of course, the fans will be raucous. Bank of America Stadium will be rocking. Now, as you take a look at the NFC South standings, the Carolina Panthers are solidly in second place. They are chasing the New Orleans Saints, who now have Drew Brees back. So these last couple of games down the stretch are going to be important for the Panthers, and it starts today against the Titans. And if they get the win, it will most likely be due to the play of one person. And of course, everybody's talking about MVP candidate Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers' ground attack featuring McCaffrey is ranked third in the NFL and is averaging just over 5 yards per rush and has produced 11 rushing touchdowns this season, which ranks fourth best in the league. If McCaffrey continues to pile up the yards, this could be an easy win for Carolina. Last week, he had 155 yards from scrimmage with an average of 8.4 yards per carry, as well as 1 TD to bolster his season total of 1,078 yards from scrimmage, and that is a record pace. What could damper that today, however, is the Titans' defense that is very stingy as of late. They are currently the number 4 scoring defense, only allowing 16.9 points per game. And of course, that defense is what Kyle Allen, now 4-1 as a starter, will have to face today as he remains at the helm for Carolina. Although Allen's luck turned south last week against the 49ers as he threw his first career interception and threw 3 on the day in that 51-13 loss, head coach Ron Rivera is sticking with him. He'll have to remain calm in the pocket this week and go through his progressions instead of forcing throws as he did in the last game if he wants to avoid a repeat, and he's facing a very tough Titans secondary. Now the Panthers have regrouped, and they've learned from last week's loss, and they're ready for today's game.
Biggest thing is just treating it, just like every other week. Go through a lot of ups and downs in this league, and last week was obviously rough, but you got to move on. You got to have a short memory, and we're the opponent this week that we're gonna have to get ready for.
This team's 9th in the league in defense, our outstanding run defense, our physical front. They present a lot of problems for the offensive players. They present a lot of problems for the quarterback. We're going to have to play at a real high level.
I think the biggest thing with them is they play so well together. They're fast, they're physical, they don't mess up a lot, and they swarm to the ball. Obviously, they're very talented all over the place and play with a lot of energy, play with a lot of juice. So the biggest thing for us, though, like I say every week, is focusing on us and our process.
It's a physical run game is what it is because of the running back they have. I mean, he's as big and physical and powerful as they come, and it's going to be big boy football, and that's just what we're going to get, what we're anticipating.
When guys get bottled up and they fall forward, a guy his size is able to fall forward for a significant amount of yards. So he's done a good job. He's an explosive back, and he can wear on you in the game.
We're not going to change anything, honestly. I mean, we rushed the passer well this year. I mean, thus far. So we're not going to change anything. We're just going to try to execute on a different level and really get to the quarterback. But we got to stop the run first.
I think they're different style quarterbacks, where you see Mariota's more apt to run with the football. You see a lot of bootlegs with him, counteractions with him, zone read stuff, or where he could potentially pull it and keep it. You don't see as much with Tannehill. You do see some boots, but I don't think you'll get as many. And Tannehill's more of a pure pocket passer from what I see. Depending on who we get, we'll try and anticipate what we think they're going to do with them, but they're very similar in terms of what they do.
Now, as you heard in those sound bites, Derrick Henry is big and fast, and the Panthers defense knows they're going to have to stop him. Of course, Christian McCaffrey wears 22, Derrick Henry wears number 22, but you really have no problem telling them apart. Derrick Henry comes in at 6'3". You can't miss him. And of course, Derrick Henry means everything to this Titans team. Last week, he rushed for 75 yards against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, of course, had the #1 rushing defense in the NFL. Derrick Henry has to get off fast today. He is a slow starter. He has the most rushes for negative yards. But of course, he's more like a fourth quarter type running back. And of course, that's what the Titans try to do. They come in with that offensive line and they try to wear you down. He'll get a yard there, 4 yards there, Next thing you know, he could bust off a 30 to 40-yard run. So expect the Titans to try to pound the rock today because, of course, with the Panthers' defensive line, they're going to come after Ryan Tannehill, who's only been sacked 4 times in the last 2 games. So Tannehill gets rid of the ball quicker, but he's going to have to today in order for the Titans to be successful against that front line and that secondary and that linebacker Luke Kuechly from the Carolina Panthers. Now, of course, if the Panthers are going to stop Derrick Henry, they might need to rely on Bruce Irvin, who last week had a pretty good game. He had 3 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, and a safety. Irvin's play gave the Panthers defense 30 sacks for the year, which is tied for second in the NFL. And as I said, they will get after Tannehill today. Of course, everybody on the Panthers' 5th-ranked defense will be needed today in the absence of team sacks leader Mario Addison, who is out to deal with the death of his brother this week in Birmingham, Alabama. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with Mario and his family as they recover from this loss. This week, however, should be less challenging as Tennessee does not employ as much of the pre-snap motion in their offense as the 49ers did a week ago. The Titans pretty much line up and play smash-mouth football, so they don't do anything exotic like the 49ers did. Now, as I said at the top, the Tennessee Titans come in on a 2-game winning streak. Of course, Ryan Tannehill has played great in those 2 games. He's thrown 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Of course, he will be on the radar all day because they know that if they can stop that passing attack, then, of course, they can focus on Derrick Henry and stopping him. Now, who's going to need to step up for the Titans other than Derrick Henry will be their receiving core, which is not well known, really. It's Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, who's a rookie, Adam Humphries, who came over from Tampa Bay, so he knows what the Carolina Panthers are all about. He's going to have to step up, and of course, they are without Delaney Walker, so Jonnu Smith will get the start in replace of Walker. He'll go at tight end today, and what could be a really determining factor is the Titans' offensive line. They're going to be without Ben Jones. They may be without Jack Conklin. He could be a game-time decision. Roger Safford, however, is good to go. He will play today. So the table is set, and we are ready for the Titans versus the Panthers here at Bank of America Stadium. I'm Jeff Taylor for ADSN. We hope you have a great day. Enjoy the game. And, of course, you can check out all the pregame and postgame stuff on ADSN1.com.